Imagine a world where the skies are forever cloaked in thick clouds and the ground is as hot as lava. Welcome to Venus, Earth's mysterious twin. Venus, our sibling in the system twirling second in line from the Sun, mirrors Earth in size, but whoa, it's an entirely different universe out there. Imagine the surface of Venus is a fiery, blistering cauldron shrouded under a hefty layer of sulfuric acid clouds and marked by vast volcanic plains and sky-high mountain. Compare that with our vibrant, life-brimming blue-green planet. It's like comparing day and night. Venus, with a boiling surface temperature of a whopping 864 degrees Fahrenheit, radiates more heat than Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun. Mind-boggling, isn't it? Yes, despite being away, Venus is scorching hot. And, get this, unlike Earth, Venus lacks a magnetic field to shield it from the relentless solar winds. Fascinating! With clouds of sulfuric acid, this toxic cocktail creates a pressure at the surface that is more than 90 times that of Earth, comparable to the pressure half a mile deep in Earth's oceans. But that's just the beginning. The average surface temperature on Venus is a staggering 467 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than the surface of Mercury, despite being almost twice as far from the Sun. This extreme heat is due to a runaway greenhouse effect, where the atmosphere traps incoming sunlight, leading to temperatures that can melt lead. Water, the elixir of life as we know it, is virtually absent on Venus. Any water that may have existed on the planet has long since evaporated into space due to the high temperatures and lack of a magnetic field to protect against solar radiation. This makes Venus a very dry place with a surface that's been likened to a desert baked in an oven. Yet despite these inhospitable conditions, Venus is anything but a dull, lifeless world. The planet is dotted with over 1,000 volcanoes, the vast majority of which are more than 20 kilometers in diameter. While we don't have concrete evidence of current volcanic activity, recent findings suggest that Venus could still be geologically active. These volcanoes and the planet's mountainous highlands and lowland plains give Venus a varied and complex topography, not unlike Earth's. But don't let these similarities fool you. With a sky that rains sulfuric acid, a surface hot enough to melt lead, and air pressure that could crush a submarine, Venus is a world of extremes. Venus, with its harsh, inhospitable surface, stands in stark contrast to Earth. Earth, our home, is a haven of life and diversity thanks to its welcoming surface. Unlike our neighbor Venus, our planet's surface is an extraordinary blend of diverse geological features, teeming with life. From towering mountain ranges to sprawling plains, from deep ocean trenches to vast deserts, Earth's surface is a buffet of geographical variety. The surface of Earth is primarily covered by water, which accounts for roughly 71% of the total surface area. This abundance of water, primarily in the form of oceans, is a distinctive feature of our home planet. It's this water that plays a crucial role in sustaining life, regulating climate, and shaping the geography of our world. Now let's discuss temperature. The average surface temperature of Earth hovers around a comfortable 14 degrees Celsius. Of course, there are extremes from scorching desert heat to freezing polar cold, but this average indicates a generally hospitable environment. It's a temperature range that allows for the flourishing of an incredible array of life forms, from the smallest microorganisms to the largest mammals. Our breathable atmosphere, another key characteristic of Earth, blankets the surface, providing the oxygen necessary for life and protecting us from the harsh radiation of space. Composed primarily of nitrogen and oxygen, with traces of argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases, it's an essential life support system. Earth's surface is also adorned with a multitude of geographical features. Majestic mountains formed by the collision of tectonic plates reach skyward. Vast plains and plateaus stretch out, born of millions of years of erosion and geological activity. Deep valleys and canyons carved by the relentless force of rivers add to the planet's topographical tapestry. And let's not forget the sprawling forests teeming with life, or the expansive deserts embodying the planet's extremes. The surface of Earth, with its hospitable environment, is a stark contrast to Venus. It's a testament to the incredible diversity and adaptability of life, and a reminder of the unique conditions that make our planet a haven amidst the vastness of the cosmos. But why are these two neighboring planets so different? As we delve into the reasons behind the stark differences in the surfaces of Venus and Earth, we encounter three primary factors: Venus's lack of a magnetic field, its slow rotation, and the runaway greenhouse effect. Firstly, unlike our home planet, Venus doesn't have a magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field is like an invisible shield protecting us from the sun's harmful solar wind. Without this shield, the solar wind strips away the lighter molecules in a planet's atmosphere. This has happened on Venus, leading to a dense carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere. Secondly, let's contemplate the pace at which Venus rotates. It's a slow twirl, taking 243 Earth days to complete one rotation on its axis. This slow rotation affects the planet's weather patterns, creating a much more uniform temperature across the planet. Unlike Earth, where rotation causes a distinct difference between day and night temperatures, Venus's surface remains scorching hot all the time, reaching an astonishing average of 467 degrees Celsius. Lastly, Venus presents us with a classic, albeit extreme, example of a runaway greenhouse effect. This is a process where a planet's greenhouse gases trap heat from the sun, causing the planet to get progressively hotter. Venus's thick atmosphere is about 96% carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas resulting in surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead, but it doesn't stop there. The high temperatures and pressures on Venus's surface have led to a geological phenomenon known as resurfacing. Over hundreds of millions of years, volcanic activity has covered the surface with fresh lava, erasing any older features and creating a young, geologically active surface. These factors, the lack of a magnetic field, an incredibly slow rotation, and a runaway greenhouse effect, have all played their part in molding Venus into the inferno it is today. In contrast, Earth, with its protective magnetic field, faster rotation, and balanced greenhouse effect, has fostered a much more hospitable environment. These factors have led to the creation of two vastly different worlds. Despite the stark differences, there are also some fascinating similarities between the surfaces of Venus and Earth. Let's dive into the details. First up, size. Venus and Earth are almost identical in size, with Venus having about 95% of Earth's diameter. Now on to density. Both planets have nearly the same density, indicating similar compositions. Speaking of compositions, both Venus and Earth are made up of a crust, a mantle, and a core, although the specifics differ. Now let's talk about the fun stuff, volcanoes and mountains. Both planets have them, albeit in different forms. Venus boasts more volcanoes than any other planet in our solar system, and while Earth's mountains are formed through tectonic activity, Venus has what we call shield volcanoes. These similarities underline the fact that Venus and Earth are indeed planetary siblings. They remind us that although we may look to the stars for alien worlds, sometimes the most intriguing ones are right next door. In exploring the surfaces of Venus and Earth, we've journeyed through two drastically different worlds. Venus, our incandescently hot neighbor, has a surface that's a blazing furnace, blanketed by a thick, toxic atmosphere with pressure that's 92 times greater than Earth's. It's a world of towering volcanoes, vast plains, and highland terrains. Earth, on the other hand, is a blue marble of life and diversity. Its surface is a vibrant tapestry of mountains, oceans, forests, and deserts, bathed in a life-sustaining atmosphere and graced by a gentle climate. The differences are stark, yet intriguingly there exist surprising similarities. Both worlds share volcanic activity, a telltale sign of their geologically active nature. These differences and similarities not only shed light on the geological evolution of these planets, but also pose profound questions about the existence and survival of life in our universe. Despite their differences, both Venus and Earth have a lot to teach us about our place in the universe.